WrestleMania 34 is so close, you can smell it. You can smell Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey taking on Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You can smell AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE title. And you can smell Rusev still not being booked properly on the biggest card of the year, even though for the last year and a half, 2 years, he's been amazing. It makes me mad and it's disgusting. Along with all that though, you can also smell Brock Lesnar defending his Universal title against Roman Reigns. Some people don't care about that, other people are just nonplussed altogether. But either way, on this night, you can imagine, or you'd assume, that Lesnar's reign of terror will come to an end and all that momentum will try to be put on Roman's shoulders. I mean, it's probably not going to work, but WWE are going to damn well try anyway. The more interesting question comes, though, when we turn our attention to after the event and what indeed happens to the Beast then. And you know what? I think after WrestleMania 34, Brock Lesnar is done with the WWE. Why? Here's why. Now when I say done, I'm using that word with dual meaning. So first and foremost, let's take it literally and address all the rumour and speculation that's been running wild recently. As I'm sure you're aware, Lesnar's contract is indeed up after WrestleMania 34, and whether or not he's going to re-sign, nobody knows. And if you do know, you're probably Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar, thank you so much for stopping by What Culture today and watching this video. I really appreciate it, and it's lovely to see you through this camera lens. Otherwise, we're all in the dark, but if you have been following WWE on TV recently, or just had your eye on the internet, you will have seen it does seem kind of likely that at least maybe there's a hint or a suggestion that Brock Lesnar is going to return to the UFC and try himself at MMA for one final time. If he does that, yeah, he's done with pro wrestling. Trying to do both is just a crazy idea anyway, but it also makes loads of sense on paper. His WWE contract comes to an end, so he goes back to the UFC to have one more scrap and probably make loads of money. And then he goes, you know what? I'm done now. That's it. I'm 41 years old. I'm going to retire. And we all know he likes his privacy. So he just goes, lives his days out in his big house, wherever indeed he resides these days. And good for him. Good for him. How can anyone get mad about that? He made his money. He made his mark. Now he's off to enjoy the rest of his life. There is another part to all of this, however, and I think this part is far more intriguing because once WrestleMania 34 is done and Roman has indeed pinned Brock Lesnar's shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3 and also kicked out of the F5, because you've seen they've been building that for ages, what the hell do you do with the Beast anyway? Now don't get me wrong, I love Brock Lesnar, and if I know he's going to be on television, I make sure I go out of my way to see him. So when you look at it like that, yeah, you should keep him around. If he's doing good for your TV ratings and he's bringing people into the buildings, that means he's good for business. And as we say in all these videos, business is what it's all about. I know we don't want to admit that because we're fans and we want to think it's about entertainment. It's not. WWE wants to make money. If Brock Lesnar makes the money, they'll go, hey, sign this, Brock. We'll throw money at you as long as, that throws money back at us. On the other side of that coin, though, is what happens at this point. As soon as Reigns beats Lesnar, that's it. The WWE protection bubble is going to be taken away from him. And then what do you do? He's just going to be another dude that's in some random feuds. That is only going to result in diminishing returns going forward. And also, there's that old WWE fabled problem once you do get beaten. Look at The Undertaker. Once The Undertaker lost his WrestleMania streak, 2 years later someone said, well, he could actually probably lose to Roman Reigns now. Everybody else agreed, oh, he can. He lost once, so who cares? And that is what could happen with Lesnar. Do we need to keep this man that strong anymore? Not really. We let Reigns beat him. Let's just do whatever we feel like. When priorities change, and not even someone like Brock Lesnar can stop WWE doing that. Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin, look at The Rock, look at the dead man. Sorry, Brock. You ain't got a hope in hell. So what do we do with Lesnar going forward? There's been plenty of murmurings that after the showcase of the Immortals, Bobby Lashley is going to return and he's going to enter a program with Brock Lesnar. But is Brock Lesnar going to win? I don't think so. You've got a returning Bobby Lashley. He needs the momentum. So who loses again? Well, I think it's Brock Lesnar. And if that does happen, what does that do to Brock's mystique? I don't think it does that much, to be honest. Lesnar has had a fantastic run since his return in 2012. And how on earth it has been that long, I don't know. Well, I mean, I say that. Other than the fact he came back and he fought John Cena at Extreme Rules, beat the hooey out of John Cena and still lost. And then he lost that match at WrestleMania to Triple H, what he shouldn't have done. What are you doing, WWE? Anyway, I digress. Basically, he's had a good run, but all good things must come to an end. And if it feels like he's running out of steam, let's not overpush this. Let's let him go. Let's let him out into the wild, and then maybe in a few months or a few years or whatever, he could come back and we'll be excited to see him again. But you've got to let that happen. Absent makes the heart grow fonder. You don't just plow forward regardless, and given that Brock's role for ages has been lose to Roman Reigns, when he loses to Roman Reigns, But he's done. He's done. He did what he did. You let him beat Taker at Mania. Just let him fly away like a butterfly. Especially if you don't have a huge idea waiting in the wings. I mean, that would change everything, but right now, that doesn't certainly seem to be the case. I don't mean this badly either. All big stars need a refresh at some point, and sometimes that does mean going away. And even if it is the complete finish, I think that's all right. Lesnar's done good for pro wrestling. Pro wrestling's done good for Lesnar. I've loved him. You've loved him. Well, no. Some of you absolutely hate him, but I loved him. This is my video, so I'm going to go on that track. But it's been an awesome few years, and really, what else is he going to prove at this stage? And what else has WWE got to prove at this stage? He had his run, he did his time, and personally, I'd put him in the Hall of Fame. What do I know? I'm just some bald guy on YouTube. Or, you know, the other idea could be to have Roman Reigns lose at WrestleMania 34, and then you keep Brock Lesnar as Universal Champion for another 12 months. Just an idea, just throwing it out there like a baseball bat. There goes my ball into the sky. I've said it now, I can't unsaid it, so what I will do is I draw a line under this, and I end the video. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Brock Lesnar's future after WrestleMania 34. Like, share and subscribe. Make sure you follow What Culture on Twitter, What Culture WWE, and head over to whatculture.com. Read yourself some articles. My name is Simon Miller. This was whatculture.com. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, which apparently is where my stomach is. Got a weird heart. See you soon.
Hello, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Aren't you good? While you're here, we have other channels that are probably also quite nice, so why not give one of those a little watch? You never know, you might find something you like. Or, who knows, I might be there as well. Ooh, spooky.